Rodgers now on first down. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground with Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down. Turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous? They elevated, you know I'm icy in Vegas. That's one. I make a lot of new money. When it's not savings, you be liking my flavor. I think it's cause I on the wrist. On the wrist. On the wrist. Watch out.
That is so serious. Right. I hope Cam's still there.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Ready? Look at it. Right there, 54 miles. And let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Way to recognize the play.
To throw, Cousins. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
3rd and long for Cousins. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
So possession goes over.
That nigga, y'all thought I was going to put. Oh.
Over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open. Complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chris Hogan there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Good catch, Hogan. Way to run that route.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he's able to find Diggs. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Looking deep downfield. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Push him back. Push him back.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. He's going to launch this thing into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where will we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a run with McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? Yeah, ready? Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he's got his target. That's more. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll run with McCaffrey. A big play there from McCaffrey. 51 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Jim, 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 Jim. Sponge, 8, 8. No, no, no. Hey, hey, watch it to 6. Pull it, pass. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Jim.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
You're welcome.
McCaffrey on the counter. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Right there.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
You ready? You ready?
Here are the Vikings now start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Came one short. Picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Final play of the half. Cousins. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back, Charles and I settled into booth ready for quarter number 3.
What?
He's against a cousin. They're on another team.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we'll resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a little bit quieter than that. And in this case, are they upset that the play is working because of execution, or do they think those plays are bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Cousins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And Diggs has it. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him the 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Cousins. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. The 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now a run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Newton. Got a man, it's right. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for the Panthers. And even 50 yards. And we return welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. First down, this is McCaffrey. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that is starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, Winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You've probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing, Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Even though we're not on the goal line, this is essentially a goal line look as they come up for 2nd down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 36 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here.
Like picking out
It's the NFL on
livestock and burning wood will do that to anybody. Can we give her a rap by chance?
Yeah, so if you check the chest and you have really the back well inside of there, that's dangerous. You gotta take it to, take it to like the lake or something. Don't throw it in the lake. That sounds terrible. No, you know, give her. You gotta throw the back ball in there. You gotta put your diamonds in there, right? And then when you throw the back ball, yeah.
And they'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, just a nice, healthy sprinkling. There we go. That's a good juice bit there. There we go.
Wait, 20!
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady.
Roman's not outside, dude. Roman's not, huh?